Jerry
Alright, what's going on, my people? Welcome to the Sn95 Power channel. I had some issues with the last video where, well, last couple of videos, but the last video I found out that my fuel pump was not working because this connector right here was kind of just loose. It was kind of just dangling. The inside plug is melted. And I was kind of going back and forth on what can I do with this setup to try to change it, or if I was going to just get rid of this whole stock tank setup and go with something else. So I just decided to stick with the stock setup. But this is a Walbro, it's the 525 pump. What number is this? This is the 295 pump. So it's the biggest and baddest pump that they have. Has no check valve and actually draws more current than this pump. This is the Hellcat pump, the 267. I don't know if this is the high flow one or not, but this draws less current. Maybe this pump was just too much for this wiring. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this out. We're going to ditch this stock hanger connector and we're going to modify it. We're just going to use some spade connectors, but we need to fix this connector. So we need to fix this hole so it seals and we don't have any E85 vapor coming out of this, and also we don't want any actual liquid E85 coming out. So it looks like what they did on the back side of this is they have like a an O-ring and just like some kind of spacer. But eventually I'm just going to cut it. Cut it. That's what I did with this one, although this was a lot looser because it had melted. But still, if I just take some clips and cut it right there, then this will pull right out. So I want to get behind this thing. I think that's it right there. I'm trying to. There we go. So this is, feels like an O-ring. These are just two O-rings that they have back here. They have a piece of rubber right there. My thought is I can still get a piece of O-ring on this side, and I'll get some non-conductive, maybe some some chemical resistance adhesive, and kind of just mimic what they did. So this is just a piece of rubber. I'll put my wire through, put the rubber over the wire. Maybe I'll do it on both sides too, on that side. I use a non-conductive adhesive, then the rubber, non-conductive adhesive, wire, rubber, seal it that way. So let's disassemble this. Get that out of there. So here's another thing, now that I'm on the subject of this. This is the box that this 450 pump came from. I ordered this through Summit. Looks very official. I trust that this is a true Walbro pump. When I ordered this one, it just came in a white box. You gotta be careful getting these things because you just have no idea if these are real or not. So now that we have all that off, I want to upgrade this wire. If I can upgrade it like this, that'd be great.
That would be great.
I don't know gauge wire this is. Maybe it's a 12. But this looks like maybe a 16 or 14. It just looks too small. I already upgraded it on the other side of the red connector that connects to this. I have it upgraded on that side. But I want to upgrade it as much as I can close to this connector. So we just need to figure out how to do that. All right, y'all, this is my little contraption right here. Big shout out to everybody who commented on the last video. I am going to get the aeromotive fuel hanger. But for right now, I just threw some goop on there. It's probably not the smartest idea because it's not E85 resistance, but I just need to get through this season. And FYI, take off that small cap down there or you'll be doing this again. All right, we got the car back on the ground. And I'm gonna keep it real with y'all because, you know, us content creators, we like to stage things. So I've already started the car. Everything is working great. The one thing I have, which could be an issue, probably not, is my air fuel ratio is off. Now, I did not let the car get up to a operation temperature just to verify everything is good. I did have the battery disconnected, but I can't say the only person who I can't say went full send on a build and didn't stage anything was my guy Mike at Mike's Garage Route 66, I believe that is. You know, after he finished building his Eden Swap Mark 1, he did his first start live. And that was like the coolest thing I've seen online when it comes to, you know, us automotive content creators. So that was 100% authentic. So I'm gonna start it up. And it's not the first start. Like I said, I did start it up and test it out. So a couple of things. I don't know what came first, you know, the chicken or the egg, but this pump was very weak. And initially I thought it was just, you know, by this thing having more flow to it, maybe it was a better pump, it was quieter. But I do remember before all this happening, just priming the car and I'm like, man, this pump is really quiet. And, you know, I put the new pump up in there and it sounded like, you know, the old 450 pump that I had in there. You can really hear it. So we're going to start it up. I'm gonna let this thing run for a while, get up to operation temperature. It's showing that it's running lean right now. You know, we first started, fuel gauge, air fuel ratio goes rich, which is supposed to, because in your tune cold start, just going to throw more fuel at it. But after maybe 10 seconds, it goes full lean. So I did clear the long-term fuel trims. I don't know, I'm gonna let this thing sit and run for a while. If it doesn't register stoic, I'm going to start throwing some fuel at it in the tune. So let me get this set up in the inside of the car. We're gonna start it up and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. All right, I can't say I love the sound of a Power Master starter. Now let's, it might be too much background noise, but you can definitely hear this pump prime. Where I wasn't hearing that at first. So it's reading okay right now, but it should be a little bit more leaner. But then yeah, it should be very lean right now. What's weird, my Hugo is well, this is fine because like I said, the car just started and it's showing very rich on this Hugo 2, but right here we're showing that we're lean. So it's showing that the O2 sensors are seeing a lot of fuel. So I think I'm just going to reload this tune. No change. Yeah, it's weird. Hugos are showing rich, wideband showing lean. So we're gonna let this warm up. We're gonna investigate it. And okay, so like I suspect, Hugo 2 starting to come back down. Now I just need Hugo 1 to start coming back down. So yeah, we'll let this car warm up and see what it does. All right, well, I've taken some fuel out of it, and me taking fuel out of it definitely brought down my Hugo voltage. But this tune needs some work now. So adding this pump has definitely changed a lot with this car. And I don't want to run it for too long with my Hugos being so rich. Gosh, I'm thinking maybe, I have no idea why my wideband is reading lean, but my Hugos are reading rich. I was going to try to throw some fuel at it, and I think I actually did. I think I threw 3% fuel at it, and the car just kind of fell flat on its face. So it's getting way too much fuel right now, which is a good thing. So that just tells me I've probably been fighting some, or band-aiding some fueling issues for quite a while. So we're going to send this to Decipher at EFI Dyno Tuning, have him do his magic on it. And whenever I can get this car back on the road, we'll get it back on the road. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to see how drastic this car is going to change with this couple of issues that I found. Like, just to recap, I had a leak coming from the intake spacer. 2, I had a weak fuel pump. So I'm very curious to see how this car is going to change. It was already vicious, you know, kind of band-aiding it when I sort of fixed the intake spacer leak, but I didn't realize I had a bad fuel pump. So I'm anxious to get this back going. Like, it's a lot of fumes coming out of the exhaust right now, so I know this thing is dumping a lot of fuel. I know that also because at idle, like, I should see these Hugo voltages, you know, 0.6, 0.7, almost at wide open throttle, and I'm seeing this right now at idle. So I did take like 10% fuel out. It did drop these Hugo voltages down to what I would consider normal. So just tells me this tune needs some work. But hey, it's a great day. You heard the starter. That was another thing that was wrong with the car. Well, it wasn't really wrong with the car, but I had a very weak starter. Whenever it would heat soak, it would give me issues. I started this thing up a bunch of times after it got up to operational temperature. No hesitation whatsoever, spinning it over. So this is all great stuff. So I might not have a lot of time to play around with this car for the rest of the season, but you know, knocking all this stuff out right now, figuring out all these little bugs right now, is just gonna make next season so much better. So like I said, as soon as we get this tune straightened out, we're gonna get this car out here. We're gonna have some fun with it. So make sure you hang around and tell a couple of people about the channel. I appreciate your time, and God bless.